Good afternoon, everyone. Mary Kano once said, before a child ever gets to school, it must have received crucial, almost irrevocable sex education, and this would have been taught by the parents who are not aware of what they are doing. Growing up as a teenage girl in my time, there was nothing being taught in school as a sex education. So I can say my parents were those kind of parents who were also a little bit shy to discuss this topic with me or to discuss this topic with my other siblings because they were so uncomfortable talking about sex education. And whenever I have questions, maybe wondering my mind about this topic, I will either run to friends to talk about this, or maybe go on TV or internet to find more about my doubts or more about the topic, which we all know is never the best or effective way of learning about this sensitive topic. I guess some of us listening to this speech this afternoon are maybe parents who have teenagers who are shy to come up to them, like I was, to talk about sex education with their parents. Or maybe we are those parents that have teenagers who will never sit them down and talk about this crucial topic to them. So, what can we do to handle this situation? I guess the only answer is sex education should be taught in school because it is very important. It will help it will help the parents to understand. It will help the parents to give their kids this basic information or knowledge about sex, and it will also help the kids to know more about themselves and also prepare and plan for the future ahead. Having this in mind, sex education is very important. First, because it helps reduce the rates of STDs, HIV, and AIDS. Secondly, sex education being taught in school also help prevent teen pregnancy. Teen pregnancies is on the rise. We all know that. And why? Maybe because the teenagers are not receiving proper sex education. So if they are being taught in school by experts, yes, the answer will be the teenage pregnancy rate will be reduced drastically, and it will also bridge the gap if the parents are not able or comfortable to talk about this topic to their kids. Let's move forward by understanding exactly what this means, or understanding exactly the importance of sex education. The first uh, the first importance of sex education being taught in school is parents have proven to fail in their role of sex education. Most parents are uncomfortable to talk about sex to their kids, which is also what's happening in society today. I, for one, I had this experience before with my parents. Youngsters end up getting partial information from television or from internet or from friends if they ever have questions about this topic, because it will always come up one day. It's a topic which we cannot run away from. It's a very crucial and sensitive topic, and it should be handled properly. Some kids, when maturing, their parents are not there to give them proper education on this topic. Schools, on the other hand, should step in to ensure the delivery of this topic, because more knowledge is power. It does not matter if they are being taught at home by their parents. Giving the kids more knowledge about this topic will help them prepare them for their future and also help them understand about this while they are growing up. I researched on this from debate.org, which said, should sex education be taught in school? And 65% of the 65% 65% of the participants said, yeah, it should be taught in school, because they think if not, some parents have actually failed to do this, and only 23% of the participants on this debate said it shouldn't be taught in school, which we now see how important this topic should be taught in school. Moving on to the next reason why sex education is important to be taught in school. Sex education taught in school helps preventing pregnancy, like I earlier mentioned. Young teenage girls are becoming mothers and their education and life being thrown away. A sexually active teen does not use contraceptives. A sexually active teen that does not use contraceptives has 90% chances of becoming pregnant within a year. Almost 50% of teens who have never almost 50% of teens have never considered how pregnancy can affect their lives. The daughters of a young teen mother are 3 times likely to become mothers themselves. The son of teen mothers are twice as likely to end up in prison. Given all these details and facts from national campaign to prevent teen and unwanted pregnancy, I think it is important for this sex education to be taught in school because it will help reduce the risks of all this of this of it will help reduce the risks of unwanted pregnancies among the teenagers and also help communicate this very sensitive topic very importantly. Sex sex education at school does not only help prevent pregnancies or help the parents to educate their kids about this. Sex education also at school actually helps reduce the rate of STDs, HIV, and AIDS, which is a disease that is centered mostly among youngsters. Comprehensive sex education is more effective at stopping the spread of these infections. It encourages abstinence amongst the teenagers. Teach teenagers to stay away from risky sexual practices. Provide basic information on this topic and to let kids know their bodies and how to be able to say no to risky sexual activities. American Psychology Association has worked actually to bring up these statistics to help teenagers and other parents to understand the important and basic reason why these topics should be taught in school. We now know the importance of sex education, and in conclusion, I discussed the following reasons. Sex education helps educate teenagers who are shy to talk about this topic to their parents and parents who are shy to educate their teenagers about this topic. Sex education helps prevent unwanted pregnancies, teen pregnancy, and sex education also helps stop or reduce the spread of HIV and AIDS. We should understand that this topic is unavoidable. It will always come up a point in time in our life or in the kids' life who want to know about this topic, and it's important for us, the parents, to let them have a proper training or education about this topic. And it's also important for the teenagers because they will be able to know how to make useful decisions in their lives if they are exposed to more knowledge. As we all know, knowledge is power, and giving the kids, the teenagers, the right information and at the right time will help them to make the right decisions when they're growing up. Thank you all.